Hey guys, it's Sandy. I want to share with you my budget cash envelope wallet. I put a picture of this on Facebook and it got so many inquiries. I thought I would share how I use it, how I budget, how I know how much to put into each envelope, and just what a neat wallet this is. I've been using it for a couple weeks now and I'm getting so many compliments on it when I go out and wondering what it is. I used to just carry around those ratty white envelopes from the bank and with money in it. This is so much easier and better. So we did not always live on a budget. We used to put things on credit cards and take out loans like everybody else did. But I'm telling you, whenever we learned to live on a budget, we learned to save money, we got our debt paid off, and started really saving for retirement, it literally changed our entire life. And that is why I share, because it can do that for so many other people. You would think that living on a budget sounds like a restrictive thing, but it's actually not. It'll give you freedom because you'll know where your money is. You're assigning your money exactly what it needs to do. So you're telling your money where it needs to go. A favorite quote of mine from Dave Ramsey is, tell your money where to go or you'll wonder where it went. And it's exactly true. If it's just sitting in the bank and you didn't give it a job, then you're going to spend it. And you're going to be wondering, what did I even buy? So that's why budgeting is so important. So let me show you this wallet. So inside, on one side of it, you have a place for your credit cards, my library card, I've got gift cards in there, my license fits down in, and then there's also a place in here just for your change to go in, because we always have change whenever we are spending with cash. But this is the really great part over here. This is where the magic happens, is having a place to put your actual cash in different categories so you know what you're spending. So originally, this is what came with the wallet. So the wallet comes and you get some budgeting slips, and then you get a whole handful, there's more of these, that you get of envelopes. These envelopes for me are just not what I wanted. This is the same kind that I get from the bank. They're a lot sturdier though, but they have to put your money in the top. And for me, I wanted something that was horizontal that I could just see my cash. So instead, I got on Amazon after I ordered the wallet from Amazon. Then I ordered these clear plastic envelopes, and then I just McKenna had a Cricut. Now they do come with labels, so you can just write on the label and put it onto your envelope so you know what you have. But I knew I'd be using this a lot, so I just wanted to make it cute. But McKenna had a Cricut, so she made different categories for me so that I could just put the cash in and have exactly what I needed right there. So how I do this. So as far as tracking my budget, that is the most important thing. You gotta know how much money you even have. I printed this off from the Budget Mom, and this is a tracker that I have started using. I used to use an old one, but I use this one now. It's a paychecks tracker, and you can see on here that it has a place for envelopes. Envelopes is what you use for your day-to-day spending. I do not carry a lot of money around in this, you guys. I carry just exactly what I need, that I have figured out what I need, and then I have the money with me to pay for different things that everyday kind of purchases. Now, sinking funds, you're gonna see that right over here. Yes, right over here, sinking funds. Sinking funds are different than envelopes. Sinking funds are those planned expenses, the things you know you're gonna have to pay for this year. So Christmas is coming again, birthdays are coming. For us, we have a property owner association fee. So there's different things that I know I'm gonna have to pay for that I budget out a certain amount every month for sinking funds. Envelopes, though, are different. Envelopes are day-to-day spending. So as far as sinking funds, like I told you, so there's a place on here for bills, a place to put your debt. This is every single paycheck, what to do. This was $2. The download was, you can go to the Budget Mom and get her paycheck tracker and actually start budgeting with this. I do really like this system. $2, you download it to your computer, and then it's yours, and you can print them off as much as you need to. This is one, if this helps instead, this is a free tracker. This is Dave Ramsey's monthly cash flow plan, and that's all you need to type in. Monthly cash flow plan, Dave Ramsey template, and it will come up, and you can print this off for free if you prefer this one. I've used this one for years before I started with the Budget Moms, and it just has all the different categories that you can use, because you have to start figuring out where is your money going and how much money do you have and what are you spending it on. So you have to give it a job. Now for my envelope system, let me show you this first, because I just talked about sinking funds, those planned expenses that you know is gonna happen every single year. These were the envelopes that came with this wallet. So rather than using them as my cash envelopes, I use them as my sinking funds. So the different expenses that I know I'm gonna have to pay for this year, and I'm gonna have the money up front. So Christmas, I've got an envelope for that. Birthdays, I have an envelope for that. I talked about our property owners association. I've got a home maintenance because things will go wrong in our home. I have a car maintenance, I have vet bills, I have one for my hair. So I just put a certain amount aside every single month that will go into these, and then Christmas time, I've got a fully funded Christmas. I actually fund it by November. I know exactly how much I need every single month, and by November, I've got all the cash ready to spend for Christmas, so I'm not putting things on a credit card. So that's sinking funds. That's why I use those envelopes that came with them. If you want to use it for this, they're very nice. Okay, so let me tell you though how I do my envelopes. These are my categories that I use every single week. So I use groceries 1 and groceries 2. We get paid 2 times a month. So I go to the bank on payday and I get 2 weeks of grocery money out. So I just stick the first week into groceries 1 and the second week into groceries 2. There is a formula that I use to know how much money I need to spend on groceries, and it's according to how many people live in your household, not your income. So that's the way that I budget for groceries, and I get exactly how much I know that we need for our household. I put it into groceries 1. That's my first week. I use that. The second week, my grocery money is already there. I don't have to go back to the bank for it. I have a miscellaneous envelope because, well, you never know what you're going to need whenever you're out, and something that doesn't fit into one of the other categories. We have an eating out, and Josie has her own envelope because I'm not going to buy her dog food and stuff from any of these other categories. So I just have a certain amount that I put in. So dog food, dog treats, if I want to get her a toy or something, then I just have that money right there. And then household items. So you can see that none of these categories would be a lot of money that you carry around, because I'm not going to need household items every single week. I don't need to go and get toothpaste and toilet paper and paper towels every week. When I need them, I have the money already there, and I can just buy whatever I need. And then I replenish that amount. So those are my categories that I have on each of these envelopes. So you can see I stuff them, I have them in there. So every 2 weeks, whenever we get paid, is when I stuff my envelopes. You might get paid once a month, or you might get paid 4 times a month, and you stuff your envelopes accordingly. So I'm not going to the bank back and forth, trying to get cash. I go a couple times a month. I have the exact amount that I know. I actually know exactly how much I need to get out for different categories. And I just tell the teller, this is the amount I need, and she just gives it to me, and I start putting it into my envelopes. And I put them into the denominations that she gives me. I don't want big bills because it's easier for me. I mean 20s, but I don't want 50s, to put in here. I want to be able to have some 5s and 10s also, so that if I'm paying for something, I can easily pay for it with a 5 or a 10 and not, have a lot of change. So anyway, this really works for me. Like I said, I've had the envelopes for a long time, but, and you might be somebody who uses credit cards and you pay it off every month. We did too, but statistics show you will spend more money using a credit card than cash because it doesn't hurt. How many times if you're paying cash, you know exactly how much that bill was. But if you pay with your credit card, the cashier might give you a receipt and you don't even know how much you paid for it. You swiped your card, you hit the button, you did this, and you don't even realize how much you paid for something because it doesn't hurt until you get your credit card bill. So cash hurts more, and that's why it's actually something with the brain psychologically that if you pay with cash, you will spend less money. And if you spend less money on some of these things, then you have more money to go and do the things that you really enjoy. And that's how we do it. We live life on a budget because I love to travel and we like to do fun things, and it allows us to go and do those things because I know exactly how much money I have. And retirement wise, we didn't start early enough to really put money in retirement, and that's so important. Because of living on a budget, I am able to start really socking money into retirement so that we can, enjoy our retirement one day too. Anyway, this was really fast. I just wanted to give you a couple resources for budgeting, basic resources in budgeting. I'm actually doing a whole video on just sinking funds only, how to save for those, because those are so important to have. How to save for sinking funds. I'm doing a whole video on how to actually do a budget, how to paycheck budget, and then also how to zero budget and get your budget down to zero each time, so you've told your money every single dollar where it needs to go to be spent. Until next time, I'm out.